Hey guys, welcome back. This is your favorite life coach here. And as you guys know, I don't sugarcoat it. I don't bite my tongue. I don't care what you think. Yes, I'm humble, but I'm not going to take your shh. Anywho, guess what we're going to talk about today, guys? We're going to talk about men that are intimidated by strong, intelligent, driven women. There's a lot of men out there who don't like their women to have any type of intelligence. They want them to pretend like they want it, but they don't. They want their women to be delusional, damn near just straight dumb. If you're not gonna run outside and fight and argue and fuss over them, they don't want you. They want the type of girl that likes that type of stuff. That likes the chaos every day. Likes the they can't do nothing without them. Like, give them all their money, let them play with who and whoever. Like, they like those type of girls. Like, I'm starting to notice more and more that a lot of women are more intelligent than these guys. We're more hustlers. We can handle pain and chaos a little better than they can. So when it comes to life, we are able to function on a day-to-day basis where they're not able to function as well as we are. And so a lot of times they get knocked off easily because they can't function. They can't do a day, they can't. Like, one thing happens, they don't know how to fix it and steer it and figure it out. But as women, we are equipped. We are used to trying to fix or handle something. We're used to some type of pain. We're used to learning different ways. So it makes life a little easier for us. And for some guys, they can't handle a woman that can handle situations that they don't know how to handle. To them, it's humiliating and it's belittling. So instead of them being adored, I'm saying being adored. I'm always gonna say something crazy. But anyway, because I talk too fast and I'm thinking and talking too fast. But anyway, so instead of them, adoring you, they can't stand you. They become jealous. They become spiteful. They look for things to tear you down or to slow you down. Like they mumble or say little mean things to you to, like, let's fuck with that self-esteem. That baby got it too high. Like, how she gonna be delusional over me if her self-esteem is that high? I gotta break it a little bit. So they start to, like, try to tear you down in some forms. They don't want you to think highly of yourself, because then how you gonna follow them if you think highly of yourself? If you think too highly, what you gonna think of them? Because you get what I'm saying? And that is a lot of that's going on in these times, like especially 2025. I've seen this post where it says a lot of women are comfortable being single. That's not okay. That is not okay. But it is not okay. It's not normal to just not want a man. Like, we are supposed to want a man. It's a lot of women out here that are celibate right now. That is not normal. That is not normal, okay? Or they went to women. Have you noticed the women relationships last longer? They're happier. They build faster. Have you guys noticed that? The women that are with women, their lives are, like, flourishing compared to a lot of the, heterosexual relationships. I'm kind of like, damn, should I go get me a woman? Like, they out here doing it, you know what I mean? Living happy, best friends, building a great life, building their teammates. And that's amazing to see. However, back in the day, I probably would have got a woman by now. But as I got older, I stopped being attracted to women on a sexual level. And I don't know why. I'm just not. It just happened that way. But I noticed that a lot of women relationships are thriving compared to women being with men. And I think it has everything to do with that. These days, women are more worried about building a legacy for their kids, leaving behind something. And so they hustle super hard. And these men see that as a threat. They're like, what's going on here? Why are they so focus on building? Why are they so focused on having this and having that? And they don't see what we're doing. They see it as, like, oh, materialistic. They don't see that we are moms, most of us, and we're concerned about our kids. We are seeing that leaving your kids with something helps them when you're not here. So we're busting our ass. And a lot of times, being a mom, it's hard to work. It's hard to do with the things you need to do because you have to sit around. My chin is itching. You have to sit around and focus on providing for those kids, protecting those kids, getting those kids from here to there, spending time with those kids, but you still have to bring in that money. And I know a lot of women that's working 2 to 3 jobs just to do so. So it's a lot of times to us, we feel like, what's the point of having a man when we sitting around here working all these jobs, having to do everything by ourselves? What's the point of having it? We can go buy some toys that'll do what they can do. So what's the point of having a man? And then these men are like, this woman thinks she's too smart. She thinks she's prettier than me. Because if you notice, a lot of women out hustle men. They are out hustling these men out here, and these men are not liking it. So they're turning us down. They don't like us. They want the girls that are dumb, stupid, and follows them. So a lot of times the building is not working because they like the women that can't build. They like the women that's not smart enough to do anything other than give them their little bitty checks. If they can't even think that a man is not right for them, then of course they can't think the better themselves. They find and then a lot of the men, like, I'm in my 40s, and I've been celibate for 6 months. I'm going on my 7th month being celibate, and I love it. Like, I don't love it per se, because I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'm a very sexual person. Like, my voice is naturally sexy, and I don't even try to do it, it just does it. So, like, I like to have sex, and I don't care who knows. I enjoy it. I love it. I'm very good at it. So, so I'm not saying that that's the problem, because it's not the problem. The problem is that I'm just tired of giving myself to the wrong type of man. Like, I want a relationship. I'm a relationship woman. And I keep finding these men who pretend to be in a relationship just to get that. And they really don't want what I want them to want from me, because when they meet me, they realize I'm a lot more than what they thought. And instead of them being excited that they have me, they get jealous and want to compete. Like, I don't want a man who wants to compete with me. Like, I want a man that see me as a blessing, like, I want a man to look at me every day and tell me, I love you, you're beautiful. I want a man that, that sees me being driven and me trying as a blessing, and not like, oh, she thinks she better than me. And that's the type of man I've been running into, bitches. I want a bitch. I'm gonna go get one if I want one. I want a man that's a man. I want something strong, protective, something that sees me building as a form of greatness. Like, let's go build, let's go do this together. Like, not, oh, let me compete with her because she thinks she's doing too much. That's not what I want. So I've been celibate. I have been celibate. Also, my daughter told me, and you listen to your kids, I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, at this moment, I feel like you're trying to find a husband and these guys are not it. And you can't go from guy to guy. I was like, oh, say less. So I don't even want a man until I know that he's my man. The next person I sleep with, be with, I want to be with him for the rest of my life. I am 42. Most of my relationships have been like, over 6-7 years. So I feel like if that's the case, then I can have a relationship for the rest of my life. And so I'm not rushing. And plus, when you know where your life is going, you want the right person there. The wrong person can make you lose everything, mess up everything for you. And that's important, ladies, also, to be able to, see when somebody ain't what they supposed to be. Discernment. But anyway, so I'm noticing that about men, and I'm noticing it because it's also happening to me. A lot of men are not okay with women who can think for themselves, women who can recognize when they're there to use them or when they want them beneath them. They don't like us. They like women that it's easily to manipulate. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very gullible when I'm in a relationship. I'm very gullible. I'm a very gullible woman. I'm also, yes, I repeat things multiple times because I want to make sure you heard me. I'm also very submissive. Like, people that meet me don't believe that. They don't think that I'm submissive. They're like, oh, she wouldn't be submissive. Oh, I am, if I trust him. If I trust him, I know that he loves me. I'm gonna do what my man says to do, because I feel like my man's gonna do what's needed to make sure that we're good. But I gotta know that you really, times here lately, that's not what's been happening. Now, I don't argue. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll hang up in your face. I'll ignore you. I'll let you talk crazy. I don't argue. I say what I gotta say and I'm done. And I'm with that with everything, okay? I'm not going to argue with you. Absolutely not. I also am very catering to my man. I like to boost my dudes up. Like, oh, baby, you fine. You the finest. You the best. Ain't nobody better than you. Because I notice when you boost your man up, The way they love on you is crazy. But anyway, so with that being said, like I've noticed that a lot of these men out here, they scared of girls like us. I want some men to tell me why. Why are y'all so scared? Like, you don't see that a woman that's building by herself can do even better with a man by her side? Like, you don't see that's a blessing for you? Like, why are you scared of someone that can bless you? I need to know. So that's today. That's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about why these men are afraid of intelligent women. If you too fine, they scared of you. If you too sexual, if you are too sexual, they want to fuck, but they do not want to be in a relationship. Why is that? Why are these men afraid of women that are sexual? Like me, I'm sexual. And because of how sexual I am, and because of how, like, when I'm at my best, how I look in my clothes, because I naturally can look like I paid for it. And I just woke up like that. Or went to the gym like that. Well, they will assume that that's what I'm about. Like, oh, let's have sex. No, don't touch me. Like, are you my man? I don't let everybody touch me. If you're not my man, you're not touching me. So, you get what I'm saying? So, they assume that you're automatically asexual. And that's what they want. They want sex. No, I want a ring. I want to get married. I have a lot of things I want to do. And sometimes it takes a partner to do them. Like, and I want to do them for my kids. For our kids. So why would I want a man that just want to have sex? Like, we grown. Like, we ain't kids. I'm not in my early 20s and I want to run around and, no, I don't want to do that. That's what's happening with a lot of women. They're like, man, all they want to do is do this. All they want to do is have sex. They asking for stuff. Like, and I'm like, that's why they don't want us, because we're not there. Like, a lot of times too, I said this before, the men at our age, they go back to one of them young girls, and then we get the young dudes and we skirted them. Like, we skirted them young men. They too sexual, too crazy. And these young men is a lot more tougher than the older dudes. They more like, baby, you gonna do what I said. I said, do this. I don't want that. Not that tough. Little skirt of them. So you get what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. And so I want to know, guys, why are you afraid of women that are very confident? Why are you afraid of women that are very, intelligent? Why are you afraid of women that are bosses, like got them big bags? Like, unless you're a user, the users are not afraid of them type of women. They coming. Okay, that's what they want. But a man that is a provider, a man that is a strong man, they want a woman that is not as strong, so that way they can feel like they're the man. I feel like these type of women that have their stuff together still submit. If they trust you, they believe that you're there for them, they're going to submit to you. So tell me, guys, why are you so afraid of intelligent and strong women? And that's my tea for today. I hope everyone has a beautiful, blessed day, because I sure did. Bye.